Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming on the show today. Trend, we are here to educate people about real experience and interact with techies. So, without wasting much of your time, let me allow him to introduce himself.
All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Olayinka Oluwafermi. I am a visual content creator, and I basically specify in graphic design, video editing, and motion graphics.
How did you start all this?
Everything started in school. I remember it was my IT, the first IT we went for in 200 level. I spent it in Ilorin. So I went to a cafe, they call it Soft Rays and Sarab then. So I picked up, that was where I was first trained to use CorelDRAW to do graphics and all, but I didn't really pay attention to it after the training, after the COS. So it was during the second IT, the 300 level, which was the main one. I was in Lagos because I live in Lagos. I was in Lagos, so I needed to find a place to do my IT. So there was this place I got to. The name of the institute is New Horizons Computer Training Institute. It's an institute where they teach people how to gain all these tech skills and all. So it was there I picked up the art of graphic design because I did my IT in that institute. So I was offered a chance to take a graphic design course. I was an IT student there. So that was where I picked up graphic, but I had to pay the institute to learn another course because it was like pay one, get one free. So my dad paid for me to study networking because he believed that networking would pay me more. But I was not really that passionate, but because my center manager allowed me to take one more course for free, because my dad didn't really see the aspect of graphic design. He was like, am I sure I can really do it? And I was like, let me just try. So when I got the chance to attend another class for free, I just went into graphic design and everything started from there. When I left the IT and I came back to school, I started to build myself, to put my stuff out there. I was telling my classmates that I'm into this graphic design everything. And ever since then, I've been on it since that was in 2017, almost 4 years now.
I've been the journey so far for the past 4 years.
Bro, it has been a bitter, sweet, and rewarding journey. Like when I started then, I had to really do a lot of free jobs. A lot. I needed to put content out there for people to see that this is what I do. And me being starting by myself, I'm not properly branded. It's hard to get those hype, especially when they don't even know if you are good enough. So the first jobs I got there were really free jobs, but I kept on getting better, and I'm even happy that currently right now, if I look back, I currently work for 3 companies in Lagos. I work at an HR staffing firm. I work as a graphic designer and their video editor. I create the designs, job adverts, brochures, newsletters, flyers for their company. I also work at a video production company as a designer and editor on the side. Then during my weekend, I create content for food brands, and also I'm happy because all those content I had then, it helped me to really get to where I am today, because the employers just started to ask me for what I've done before, and it has been bittersweet because it has not been every time it has been easy to do, finances and all, but I thank God that I've not given up yet, and I'm happy with where I am currently, because this is what I do is currently what puts food on my table. My parents don't support me anymore. I just live in their house. But all my Ozu 9 to 5, I'm not home. Monday to Friday, I'm at work, designing one thing every day. So I'm thankful because.
How do you combine those 3 job role together?
Basically, how I do it is those 3 job roles, only one is a full-time role. The other 2, they are remote. So I'm not physically present at 2 of the other jobs. So what I do is that Monday to Friday from 7 to 6, I'm always at work. And that's basically, the day has gone already. But because of the country I live in, I need more money. So when I get home, I sleep for 2 hours. Then I wake up around 10, 11. I take care of my deliverables for the other companies. then I sleep around 3, then wake up around 6 again to go to work. But then the third row, the jobs, the company posts on their Instagram page Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So they need the designs on those days. So I take my time on the weekend to really, really take care of a lot of my deliverables for the remote job. I do them on Saturdays and Sundays. That's when I really take care of those ones, and I send it to the client before the upcoming week, so that during the week I won't be disturbed for anything. I'll make sure that the designs are approved and everything is fine before I go to the new week. So far, it's been a really, really, because I scheduled my time and I planned well. So that's basically my answer. It's not been easy, bro, because sometimes I might not be feeling it. I might be tired. Sometimes I need to do some extra hours, but because money motivates, man.
Your full-time role, do you feel it would have been better if it was remote?
Yes, I 100%. 100%. Funny thing was that when I started this job, I was basically coming in twice a week. Then it was upgraded to 3 times a week. Then it was upgraded with every day. I protested, but my boss gave me a salary increase that shut me up. You get? My boss gave me a salary and he told me he was going to increase it again. My boss said that because of what I do, it feels like I need to be in the company space so that I can relate to the client, because I really work with all the clients internally. They call me a lot. They come to my office, not because of corrections, but because of what they want. We need to talk and all. And it feels like it will be faster and better for me if I'm always around. And they provide Wi-Fi and all. But the only thing why I don't like it is a lot of stress on my part, because it's hard waking up every day, early, getting to work. And funny thing is that even at work, people are really productive at work for like only between the space of 10 and 2. But from 3, everybody's playing. Because those are the spaces. But if you're home, like now, I'm currently home now, I'm working, I don't have any time frame. I'm very productive because most of the time I'm always on my system. So I would have loved it if all my jobs were remote, because I have more time to grow, more time to learn, more time to work, and more time to rest. Because the hassle of living in Lagos, traffic alone on the way to work, traffic coming back, traffic alone, it's discouraging. It can't even help you be productive every time. But I'm still open to opening for other opportunities and all. So if I get one that allows me to work remote and earns me a lot more than I currently do, I'll leave this one for sure. For sure, I will.
Okay, you started up with graphics, and you try to tally your career path to video editing, motion graphics and the rest. Can you tell us about that progress, how it happened, what you do, the steps you took, and
bro, everything is down to passion. What interests you? For me, I'm interested in creating whatever form. Is it audio, video, still motion? So if I get to create something, I love that feeling. So when I was in the design class during my IT, the person that taught us graphic also taught us video editing and animation graphics. He taught us that, but he didn't really spend much time on it the way he did on graphics. But he taught us the software. He taught us the concept of creating videos. But they were very, very basic. But when I saw it, I was so interested in it. So I was not really basing myself on it, because I had no opportunities to show I could create videos until I started to serve in my NYSC. So I was looking for a placement in camp where I was praying to God that I can find a place that I can render my design skills to them and get paid and still serve them. But the company that called me, the name is Cinematics. They are a video production company, because I put on my resume that I can also edit videos. Even though I didn't have a strong portfolio for creating videos. And they saw it and they called me. So I had an interview with them, and they said they like the graphic I do, but what they do basically is create videos. They do graphics once in a while. Maybe when they want to deliver the videos to the clients, they do packaging. But they create videos, and they were like, it would be a really great opportunity for me to learn on the job. So I served with that company from 2018 to 2019. I currently still work with them, even though I don't go ahead every time, but I served there. So in that space of a year, they taught me everything about video editing. Of course, I had to research on my own and learn, but they put me through, and it made me a very, very good video editor, to the point that when I left the company, and this company I currently work for, my video skills are like so. I think it boils down to passion, what you love to do, and I was grateful to have the opportunity to actually learn it and use it, because I was basically getting paid for it. Even though I was not so good at it, I was getting paid for it, and I was also doing my graphics on the side. So, and it felt like a chance for me to make money in case there are some months that our work, we have a lot of side gigs. There are some months that some graphic design jobs will not come, or some video editing jobs will come. People know that you can do one thing, and they know that another thing is related. They will ask you, can you also do this? And if you happen to have the skill, that's more money for you. So I feel like it boils down to passion and commitment.
Most people are the passion is even money. This one we are saying passion. Most passion is from money.
It's money, bro.
What would be your advice for someone starting up as a graphic designer and looking to also transcend into a video editor and
First of all, I feel like you should master one to a considerable amount first. Let's say you are a graphic designer now and you are not really that perfect, like you don't have a lot of body of work, and you know that you have a lot to learn. I feel like you should master your graphics first. Then also, secondly, when you know that you are comfortable with your graphics, you can now venture into other things, because these things are related. They are very, very related. It's creative work. So I feel like my advice for you is that make sure that you take time to learn video editing, but also don't forget your graphics, because those softwares we work with, they are created by the same company. The graphic design software, the video editing software, the motion graphics software, all of them are created by the same company. So the company made it in such a way that the features of all these softwares, you find it in one another. They mean the same thing everywhere, just that you use them for different things. So I feel like my advice would be just master your graphics first. When you know you are comfortable and you have enough body of work to show for it, venture into video editing, but don't rush yourself. Your time, your pace, But if you know that you can really, really master both, go for it. That's more money for you, and that's more marketability for you.
Okay, I know a lot of people watching this video will be wondering that, okay, what type of software do you use to, carry out your tasks?
Okay. I basically use Adobe Creative Cloud Suite. Adobe Creative Cloud Suite has a wide softwares that are industry standard. I use Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator and Adobe InDesign for graphics. Photoshop for my flyers, mostly flyers, but when it comes to designing logos and business cards, I use my Adobe Illustrator. Then when it comes to designing magazines, newsletters, brochures, I'm currently working on a newsletter currently. I use Adobe InDesign. That's for graphics. Video editing, Adobe Premiere Pro is like the number one industry standard. Then when it comes to motion graphics, Adobe After Effects. And Adobe After Effects and Premiere Pro, they work closely together because they basically render the same service. Like After Effects is for motion graphics. And the cool thing about this Adobe Creative Cloud Suite is that once you have the same software and they are made the same year, you can link between each other. If you make a change in one while the other is still open, it get automatically updated in the other one. So like I use Adobe Creative Cloud Suite, but there are people that use CorelDRAW. Me, I don't like CorelDRAW. I used CorelDRAW for a while, but because CorelDRAW doesn't give me that flexibility I want, that versatility, because most big companies in Lagos, and Abuja, the biggest agencies, they don't use CorelDRAW. They use Adobe programs because Adobe is industry standard and there are a lot of updates. CorelDRAW is still used by a lot of people, but they are not as marketable as Adobe. And I feel like if you want to really work in a big place, you need to know an Adobe software because it is better for you. That's what I feel. So I use an Adobe Creative Cloud Suite. Like why I love this field is that we will never fade. Like we can work for as much as many people as our brain can carry, as much projects as we can handle. I feel like we can work as much, and I feel like our job is very stable. You understand? Our job is stable, but it's just that we need. The downside is that we need to always stay updated. We need to learn every day because there are new trends coming out. There are new ideas people are trying. There are new stuff that people are doing. New people are so talented and also like I feel like it is good. And I feel like one of the reasons why to learn Premiere is because, bro, you never know when you leave this country now. Someone will need to start paying for these softwares because over there you have to pay. There's no way you can hide it. All your Adobe softwares, you need to pay for them. Even if I happen to get a job in an agency abroad and I happen to move there, I'll use their software, but the company will be paying for those softwares on my behalf because I'm using it to work for them. And Adobe is like $25 per month, which is good. And every month, $25. And I use like 6 softwares. That's almost $100 every month. My finances can't carry that currently. It's not wise.
What's the future plan? What's the plan for the future?
Concerning my career?
Yeah.
Honestly, right now, I would love to, for the next couple of years, I want to really become one of the best at what I do currently. I want to get really, really well paid for it. But then, after then, I want to go into real estate. I want to take some parts of the money I make from here and invest in real estate and actually get only some few properties of my own. Then after that, me and my friends that are in this field, we are thinking of starting an agency where we employ people that are like-minded like us. But this time we are a company and we render these services for as many people as are willing to work with us. That's my plan currently. And if it works out, I will be so thankful. To get to that level, I need to upgrade my quality. I need to meet people that are willing to pay me. Because one of the things I'm praying for is that I want to meet clients that can pay me big money and they will not really see it as anything. I don't want people that are trying to start. I'm tired of meeting people that are trying to start something. I don't have a lot of funds. That they are begging, they will pay what the amount they will pay is not something that is considerable. Because me, I need the content and I can never tell tomorrow. They could be bigger than I think. I don't reject such jobs, but sometimes it gets tiring. That's the plan right now, to get really good for a while, get well paid, invest, then start an agency. If God tarries, that man proposes, God disposes.